you doing today? I'm FrankieG, the Cooking Cowboy, and today I'm going to be continuing on my series of the various functions of the Ninja Foodi XL air fryer oven. Today's function, air fryer. That's what we bought it for, to air fry. So what are we going to be air frying today? Chicken wings. So let's get started. What I got here are some nice chicken wings from Tyson, which I'm going to be breaking down for you. And the reason I brought the wings I'm going to be breaking them down is because they're actually cheaper than buying the wingettes, the ones that are pre-broken down for you. So let's get them broken down. As you can see, there's three sections. There's this little section right here, which we're going to be discarding. And then there's this section here and here, where this is the drum and this is the wingette. That's what we're going to be working on. So let's get them separated. You want to try to find the joint and cut between it. I've had some practice, as you can see. So here's the drumette and here's the little wing. And then we just continue on. Again, you want to try to find that little joint in the center. Give it a cut. And you'll know, because you're going to go right through. But be careful. Don't be looking at the camera when you're doing this. Look at what you're doing here. Right down the middle. And then you just continue on. So when you're first doing this, a good way to try to separate them is to cut slowly in the general area. And you could almost see right where they split, right there. And by the way, these little pieces we don't want to get rid of. What we're going to do is we're going to put them in a bag in the freezer with the other ones I have already made. And then we're going to make like a chicken stock with them. So we use every part of the chicken. Now again, you want to cut down to the general area. And you could see right there, as it goes right through, that's where the joint is. It takes a little practice, but you'll get the hang of it. It's good to have a little garbage can close by so you can just throw it in. What are you doing? I'm emptying the trash. What's it look like I'm doing? I know you're emptying the trash. That's not what I mean. What are you getting at? I'm in the middle of recording a video and you're walking right into the shot. I'm just trying to do my job. Your job? What is your job? On-set maintenance technician. On-set maintenance technician? Are you for real? No, I'm an illusion, a special effect. Of course I'm for real. You're looking at me, aren't you? Please, just leave. So, where was I before I was so rudely interrupted? Oh yeah, the wings. So, again, these pieces here, we're just going to put them into a plastic bag, put them in a freezer, and use them for chicken broth or chicken stock, whatever you want to call it later on. But here's the star of the show, the wings. So, what's the next step? Well, we want to get them prepared for going into the air fryer oven. So what do I use? A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and a little bit of avocado oil, which I have in a spray. So let's get that going. Now you could fit about 14 or 15 wings on each level, and since we're going to be using two-level cooking, that's 28 to 30 wings. That's a beautiful thing compared to other air fryers, which are much smaller, and you maybe get 10 wings at a time, and you have to turn them partway through the cooking process. This you don't have to turn, you don't have to do anything. Once you get them in, you just press the buttons to start, and you get going. So I'm going to show you that in a minute. So just start arranging them on a crisping tray, as many as you can get on. Usually I get about 14 or 15, so let's see what we're going to get. I like to put the drumettes on the outside, skin side up, and try to put the little wings themselves, the wingettes, in the center. They're not touching each other, but they're close. So we have 15 on the crisping tray. So let's get them sprayed up a little with some avocado oil. That's it. Some salt. And some freshly cracked pepper. So let's get them into the air fryer and then get the rest of the wings set up. As you can see, these are going on level 4. I'm going to get the other tray here, and we're going to be using this one for the lower level. Again, we're just going to arrange the wings on the pan, not touching each other. And also, like I said, skin side up. And you can do it any way you want. I like to put the drumsticks on the outside and the wingettes in the middle. It's just me. So on this pan we have 13. So 15 and 13 is 28. Again, we want to spray them. Not that much. A little bit of salt. Some freshly cracked pepper. So nothing fancy, no secrets, a little bit of salt, a little pepper, and then we're going to get them into the Ninja Foodi oven for 40 minutes at 390 degrees. Let's do it. So for level 2, you need the rack because the tray doesn't fit by itself. Then we want to just simply turn it on. It's already on air fry. It's on 390 degrees, which is where we want it, but we want to up that time to 40 minutes. Then we just hit start. So there's really nothing to do for the next 40 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the area cleaned up and get prepared for the next step, which is the final step. I'll see you in a little bit. So there's less than 10 minutes to go. So I want to get the next step prepared. What's the next step? The hot wing sauce. Now, you have to use your own judgment here. I use Frank's Red Hot sauce, but I cut it with butter because you can't have it straight. At least we can't because it's just too freaking hot. So we pour some here in there in the bowl. Put this in the trash. And you, stay off camera. And let's get some more out of the closet. I'm losing it. Pour the rest of it in. Not the rest of it, but a decent amount. And again, you're going to want to cut this with some butter because if you don't, you're going to pay for it later. How much butter? So I'm going to go with a chunk like that. And a chunk like that. 2 chunks of butter. Put these off on the side. So let's get this on the stove and let's get this butter melted. So I'm putting this on high because I want this butter to be melted by the time the wings come out of the air fryer oven. Just be careful you don't burn it. So I tried this last week with the Frank's Red Hot Sauce in a Tupperware bowl in the microwave, and some free advice: don't do it, because you're just going to end up throwing the Tupperware bowl away. It ruined it totally. Lesson learned. And if you saw last week's video where I made the red velvet cookies and I broke my wife's favorite spatula, well, that's 2 for 2, so we're not going to do anything stupid today. So now I just took it off the heat because the butter's melted. But let's get a taste to see if it's a little too spicy. It's a little bit spicy. I'm going to add just a little bit more butter. Maybe even a little more. So let's get this spoon rinsed off real quick so we're not double dipping. Give that a quick stir. Get it off the heat. So let's get another taste. Much better. It's got some heat, but it's not overpowering. So let's remove that off the heat. So now the timer just went off. So let's get them out of the oven, get them covered with the Frank's Red Hot Sauce, and then put them back in for about another 10 minutes. Wow, they're crisping up nice. They stuck just a little. Let's pour the hot sauce over them. Get them mixed up a little there. They're covered pretty well. Let's put a little spray down here, which I should have done in the first place. Let's get these back into the oven. Sometimes you might want to take a lid, secure it over, make sure they're mixed up well. Be careful, it builds up steam. Get these back on. Get these back in. Make sure you're on 2-level cooking, which I don't know if I did the first time, but the time we're going to drop it down to 10 minutes. And hit start. And that's it. Once they're done, we get them out, We give them a try, and I'm telling you, these wings are to die for. So the timer just went off, so now I'm gonna get them out of the oven onto this good paper that I always have, and we're gonna give them a try. Let's get them out. Ooh, look at that, they do look crispy. Let's get one on here, and let's get another one of these on here. The rest we're gonna put in here in the bowl for Mrs. Greco when she gets home from church, which should be any minute. Let's slide this over a little so I don't get burnt. And here we go. Wow. It's crispy on the outside, juicy on the inside, spicy but not that bad. Wow, these came out great. So here we are now, 3 for 3 on the Ninja Foodi. We've done air roast, we've done bake, now we've done air fry. Again, there's nothing this thing can't do. You might as well just put your oven there for show because you'll never use it again if you don't have. Oh, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell to get notifications. And again, please share with your friends. This is FrankieG, the Cooking Cowboy, signing off. Wow. They're so good. Sayonara.